matter if you are in New York, Barcelona, or Cordoba, you can always find an architecture studio that can make your project come true. Here's where Very Visual enters to turn your designs into 3D images and BIM models. It's time to meet the team.
Welcome to Very Visual Studio. My name is Leonardo Landero. I am the CEO and co-founder of Very Visual Studio. Since my early days in university and even before, I have always been passionate about art and architecture, and I believe I found the conjunction of these two things in rendering and visualization services. And I have always loved doing it. Previously, we did visualization, renders, animations, applications, and recently added the BIM methodology to provide more support to our clients.
Can you tell us the goals and strengths of Very Visual?
Our mission is to be a strategic partner to our clients in all developments that require technology-based solutions. We want to be a differentiating factor for our clients that allows them to grow and scale their business, generating more revenue. Our greatest strength is our people. We build trust relationships in a professional and relaxed manner.
Now it's time to learn more about visualization with 3D rendering.
In the process of composing a render, various elements are fused to bring the architectural vision to life, from interpreting the client's objective to mastering lighting and perspective, creating a sensory experience that transcends mere visual representation. When we talk about lighting and perspectives, they stand as fundamental pillars in the scene. It is in the interaction between light and shadow where architecture comes to life, where spaces gain depth and reveal their texture and character. The cameras become our eyes, capturing the essence from every angle, revealing the magic that resides in every corner. We can also say that the composition is not limited to mere architectural representation. In a meticulous dance between elements such as characters, vegetation, and equipment, all of them are actors in the scene, each playing a defined role, but all unified in perfect balance. It is here where Artist D becomes the master of symmetry, proportions, and lighting, among other things. A scene, an image, must tell a story, must evoke emotions, must transport the viewer to a universe where reality and imagination converge.
Our studio is composed of a project manager who handles all the necessary information with the client, where time, requirements, and budgets are established, and who will be in communication with the client throughout the entire process. Then we have a team of modelers who are responsible for creating all the 3D volumetrics, and these volumetrics are then passed to the team of renderers who handle the composition, mapping, and lighting. Lastly, we have a team of photoshoppers who are responsible for balancing the final image. These two teams are always guided by the art director, who is responsible for the overall quality of the image. We also have a commercial director, who handles the administrative area of the studio. Then we have a UX, UI designer and a programmer who carry out all kinds of web application projects, cyclograms, and virtual tours. We also have a community management team that handles the studio's social media management.
We use DMAX, which is a professional modeling, rendering, and animation software that allows us to incorporate plugins and scripts to speed up the work. Some of the plugins we use include Corrector Renderer, which is a rendering engine with a very simple setup, and exclusively uses the CPU. Brai, another more comprehensive and complex rendering engine that allows us greater control over the images and calculations we perform. And unlike Corrector Renderer, it uses the CPU, GPU, or both. And Forest Pack, another scattering plugin that allows us to populate vast areas with objects like trees and plants, helping us reduce the scene setup time. With 3ds Max, we had all the lights, cameras, vegetation, cars, characters, and everything that gives scale and realism to the project. Then, we render images in a camera mock-up format that might be of interest to the client. Once the client has made their choice, we proceed to the final rendering of the images for post-production. At that stage, I am responsible for ensuring that there are no errors in the scene and in the rendering process on the servers.
But what about BIM? What is it and how can we use it?
We saw a collaborative and interdisciplinary methodology in which, through more than one program, we will manage and manipulate a database, centralizing the project's information in a digital information model. It is a process that incorporates new, more effective techniques and technologies to create and manage construction projects, resulting in more efficient timelines. Building Information Modeling (BIM) involves constructing digitally before constructing physically. A BIM team is composed of a BIM manager. In this case, I represent that role. We have the project leaders, the job captain, the BIM coordinator, and the BIM modelers, who have different hierarchies depending on their level in the company and the various training they undergo. Building Information Modeling (BIM) presents several advantages, including efficiency in project planning and execution, facilitation of corrections, and process tracking in the project and multidisciplinary teams, reduction of errors, reduction of time, facilitation of asset maintenance and management. And in terms of errors, it will prevent errors and help identify certain situations before taking them to the construction site.
What does this methodology provide? This methodology provides a process. We understood that the BIM methodology is key for the architecture industry. It even helped us to blend the BIM process with the visualization processes, and I believe that today we are more determined than ever with more goals, and to provide services to all of them.
Our team is constantly growing. Without them, Very Visual wouldn't be the same. Therefore, we value the well-being and motivation of each team member. Building strong bonds is the key to achieving our goals and continuing to do our work with excellence.
Our goal is to be leaders in the BIM industry worldwide, and my main objective is to respond to all the architects and the industry globally from here, with headquarters in different parts of the world. And I want this to be just the beginning.